Hello, welcome to Create Pretty Things. My name is Debbie. Today we're going to work with these cute little nutcrackers. Do you love nutcrackers? They're kind of fun. So this is a set of 4 festive nutcrackers, and they're really, really cute. And there are so many ideas to go with them. These nutcrackers can go on the cutouts that they sell. They can go on just a regular wall board. They can go on a piece of wood. Anything you want to do, you can do it with these nutcrackers. So please comment nutcracker. That's the keyword for today to get the link to the supplies that I'm using tonight. And as you jump on, please say hello. If you don't see the red live button in the top, you're watching the replay, please type in hashtag replay so that I know that you watched. Okay, we're going to get started. Today our surface is going to be this reusable board and base. It comes with a stand. It is chalkboard surface, and you can use it on both sides. It is reusable, so after you're done with this design and the season is over, you can reuse it for another design. You can simply wet down the chalk paste and use a paste scraper to scrape off the existing chalk design and wipe it off, dry it off. Maybe use a board eraser if you have any ghosting, and you'll have a clean design, a clean surface to do a new design on. Okay, so I've cut apart my 4 nutcrackers, and now I need to decide which ones do I want to use. I think 2 will fit on here. I like this one with the little sword. And let's do a plain one. Okay, so this one has this sword. And this one is kind of plain. Oh, he's got a sword too, but it's down by his side. So the way we're going to get started is we are going to fuzz our transfer. These transfers are reusable. They are sticky. I'm just going to peel off the transfer from the backer. Keep the backer because we want to keep that to store it on when we're done. And the reason for fuzzing a transfer is just to pick up a little bit of lint so that they're not super sticky. Just 1 or 2 times. And I'm going to place these kind of near the top. So these are sticky and they are repositional. So if you do need to move them after you put them down, you can. Now, if you don't have one of these magical fuzzing cloths, you can use your shirt, your jeans, a towel, any piece of fabric at all, just to pick up a little bit of lint. So I'm probably going to move this over a little bit to make these so that they're standing next to each other. And I'm just trying to make the bottom line of my nutcracker level with the bottom of my board so that he looks like he's standing up straight and not tipping over. And I'm making him a little higher because I want my board to go on the bottom, and it's going to cover up a little bit. So let's do the same thing. Try to place them on the same plane so that one's not down in the hill, not down in the valley. Now, when you rub this down, you're going to make sure there's not any air bubbles underneath the silk screen. One's higher than the other. This is a little hard, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to use this down here as a measure for the bottom. That looks pretty good. And as I smooth it, I can feel whether I'm introducing a bubble in there. If you have bubbles around this silk screen mesh area, the part that you can see through is where the paste is going to go through, and it's going to stay on your surface below. So you want to make sure there's not any air bubbles there because you want it to not run. You want to create crisp lines. Now I'm going to do this all, just a couple colors. Oh, I've got nominee here too. I was going to use rose gold and gold, shimmer gold. But now that I have my nominee here, maybe I'll do their hats in nominee. Now, nominee is the color of the month. We introduce colors of the month. They're exclusive and limited on the first day of each month. And this was introduced in, I want to say November or October. So it is not available anymore, but it is such a gorgeous, gorgeous color. They did run a special on it recently. They brought it back just for a quick little appearance, but it's gone again. But it is a fan favorite. So if you ever get a chance to purchase Nominee, I highly, highly, highly suggest it. It feels different. It's just a really nice golden color. So I'm just going to do their hats in the Nominee because it makes it a little extra special. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my paste back in the jar. And we're going to go ahead and lift up their hats just to kind of see how it looks. And I am going to clean up my squeegee real quick just because we're going to reuse the same squeegee throughout this project. We're only going to use 3 colors. I put 2 colors in the cart link. It's the gold and the rose gold. So Nominee is not in there, but what we want to do is we want to peel this up whenever the paste is still wet. And we're just going to kind of peek at it and see if it needs any corrections. And it doesn't. Can you guys see the shine on that Nominee color? Their hats look great. I'm going to let these transfers flop back down. And I'm going to make sure that I connect the pieces that I pulled up, but that I still need to chalk. I was thinking maybe I should do... No. I'm just going to do one of these in gold. So here is my shimmer gold. And this one is one of the older formulas, so it's a little funny consistency. But I'm just going to take it on my squeegee, and I'm going to smooth it over the entire silk screen. Now the shimmer colors are really nice. They have a little hint of shimmer in there, and they catch the light just beautifully. Like I said, this is one of my older formulas, so it's not the normal consistency. They did make some corrections on their formulas after they made this one. It still works. It just feels different. So this is going to be a really quick project, and there's so much I want to do with these nutcrackers. I want to do some pillows. I want to do some cutouts. Just a lot of things. Now, I went ahead and went over what I already pasted and evened out the paste. And I'm going to go ahead and clean off my squeegee because my next color is going to be the shimmer gold. Just cleaning off my squeegee. Let's go ahead and peel up this transfer. And it looks good, guys. Can you guys see it? Voila, that's one little guy done. What do you guys think of him? Isn't he cute? Let's go ahead and do our rose gold. Now the rose gold is one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites, but this one is really pretty. It's also a shimmer, but I kind of think of it as being a more almost feminine shimmer color. I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. Just get some paste. It doesn't take a whole lot of paste, but I'm just going to smooth it on here. And there's nothing hard about this, guys. Nothing at all. If there is, it's maybe placement. And this one's very simple because I'm doing it monochromatic just about. But if I have extra paste in one area, I'm going to move it to another area, smooth it out so it's even, and get the extra paste off. That will help it dry faster. And it does dry really fast. Now I've got extra paste on my squeegee. I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in my jar so I don't waste anything. I'm going to clean up my squeegee. And that's ready for use for the next time. I'm just cleaning it with water. Okay. I'll put that back away. And I'm going to show you how to clean the transfer after I get this peeled off. But let's take a look. Okay, here we go, guys. Can you see? Let's see if I missed anything here. Yeah, I did miss a little bit right there. So that's what happens when you peel it down slowly. You can kind of see if you've missed a spot, and I did. I missed a spot of his hair right there, so I can go ahead and correct that. I think the rest looks good. I'll clean that up by squeegee again in a second. And if your paste gets a little dry, guys, you can add some distilled water and mix it up really well. Yeah, that looks so much better. Look at that, guys. So here's our two little nutcrackers. Awesome, I love them. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside for just a second, and I'm gonna get what's called it's a dish drying mat, timber, and I'm gonna show you how to clean the transfers. All I do is put a dish mat underneath. It can be just any towel. It just kind of helps stop the water. I'm going to spray the top of my transfer. I'm also clean the squeegee while I'm at it. And first of all, I'm going to get a paper towel and I'm just going to rub over. Can you guys see this? I don't think you can. Move my desk back a little bit, or maybe not. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe the top layer of paste off and see. It didn't get a whole lot because I really don't have a whole lot on this one, but the shimmers are a little more difficult to clean just because you know how glitter is kind of hard to clean. This is like a very fine type of glitter, so it may leave a little bit of glitter behind. And then I have a board eraser sitting in a water bath, and I'm just gonna bring it out. And this board eraser is like a magic eraser sponge, but it does not contain any chemicals. I'm just gonna go over the top, wipe it out. I'm gonna turn it over, and I think I'm gonna spritz it a little bit with water. Now the back side's not very dirty, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that I get the paste out of both sides of this silk screen, because these are reusable and you want to reuse them over and over again. Now you do want to protect the sticky side, so I'm not going really hard on this, but I do want to make sure that I can reuse it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the top one more time as my nose starts to run, and I'm going to use the board eraser. I'm going to go a couple different directions just to make sure I get it out. You want that silk screen to be clean. I'm going to get a paper towel. I'm going to wipe over the front, which also picks up a little bit more of the paste. Wipe over the back. And see how you can see through it? There's no paste left on it. I'm going to go ahead and attach this back to the white side. So the sticky side goes back to the white side of my backer sheet. I'm just going to attach it, rub it on, and it might be the wrong one. Let's see. Make sure it's got a good connection to the back. And I'm going to let it air dry just to make sure it's really dry before I put it away. And then I'll store it back in that cellophane wrapper that I had. So I'm just going to wipe this off. What are you guys doing on this wonderful Wednesday? Is it hump day today? It is. Halfway through the work week. So I'm going to go ahead and wring out my sponge again, just to get it a little bit cleaner. Rub over my nutcracker here a couple different ways. And then we're going to do the back side. And you can see how much shimmer is getting on my drawing rack, my mat. Okay, so that's clean. Let me dry it. And we'll put this one back on the transfer backer. And it's clean and ready to be reused. So I'm going to reuse these a couple times because I think these nutcrackers are so, so cool. Let's go ahead and look at our nutcracker. Here it is. Here's my base. I'm just going to go ahead and set it in here. Now I could embellish this with maybe some fur, maybe on his beard. I can add a tree. I can add some greenery at the bottom, anything you want to do. And I can also do the back side, and that's an option too. But for now, this is a quick and simple nutcracker. I wanted to show you how cute these can be, and I could have done the eyes black, but I'm using a black surface. I could have used many different colors and got as detailed as I wanted to as far as what they're wearing. But here they are for now. Simple, sweet, short little video. These are our nutcrackers. I hope you love them. Comment nutcracker if you want the link to the supplies. And I'll see you guys again soon. Feel free to share. Thank you. Bye.